we call getting answers to your immigration questions. Let's go to Anthony in Boston. Anthony.
Hi, can you hear me?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. What's up?
So my spouse and I just recently filed a joint I-751 removal conditions application, and he recently gained an employment out of the United States. So initially, 2 years ago, we had an adjustment of status interview. Now, I wanted to know if this would cause any problems for my case if we were called for an interview this time.
Wait, I don't understand what happened. What happened the first time around? I don't understand what happened the first time that there's a problem.
Oh, so we had an interview. We had an interview for during the adjustment of status period.
Right.
Now that he's gone to employment, I am wondering if this is going to affect my case.
You said unemployment?
No, employment out of the United States.
What do you mean by he has employment in the United States? I don't understand your question. Or maybe
employment outside.
I'm sorry, he's working outside of the United States?
Yes.
Okay, so he's not in America right now?
No.
Okay, and you're the one who's applying for the 10-year card, or you're the U.S. citizen?
Yes, I am, yes.
Okay, what is he doing in another country?
He works on a cruise ship.
He works on a cruise ship. What happens when cruise ship is over? He comes back and lives with you?
Yes.
Well, you're supposed, is it going to have an effect? Yes, it's going to have an effect. Does that mean you can't prove it's a bona fide marriage? No, you should still be able to prove it's a bona fide marriage. My husband works on a cruise ship, and when the cruise ship comes and docks and he's done with his work, he comes and lives with me in a bona fide marriage. You know, immigration, they wear blinders on, like a horse with blinders. And they want to know, does he live in your house every day, and do you have a joint financial relationship? So there's a reason why he doesn't live in the house. His work takes him on a cruise. But when it's done, he comes and lives with you. So so in this situation, hopefully you guys have a lot of joint financial documents to show that you have a joint financial relationship. Because if you're going to go in with something to say, well, he works on this cruise ship and he comes home and then he leaves and comes home, at least if you have a lot of joint financial documentation, it all makes sense.
Okay. Another question. Does this qualify me for an expeditious request from them, by any chance?
Does this, what'd you say, an expedite?
Yeah, can I expedite my case?
No, you don't get an expedite because your husband works on a cruise ship.
Okay. All right. Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay. Let's go to Precious in Chicago. Precious.
Hi, can you hear me?
I do. What's going on?
Okay, so I just wanted to find out if it is possible for a VAWA green card holder to file for their F1 visa spouse.
Can a VAWA visa holder apply for an F1 visa spouse?
No, a VAWA green card holder.
Okay, so you have a green card. All right, so you have a green card and you want to get married to someone who's on a student visa.
Right, not me, a friend.
A friend, okay, whoever. Your friend got a green card, wants to marry someone on a student visa. They got their green card through VAWA. Yes, they can get married, and as a matter of fact, if the spouse who's on the student visa is in legal status and is going to school, as soon as they get married, they can file an adjustment application for him.
Okay. And how long will the adjustment take?
About 12 months unless visas retrogress.
Okay.
All right?
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Adrian in Queens. Adrian.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
I'm okay so far.
Good. I'm okay so far, Sue.
Okay. All right. My question to you is this, right? If a person is married to a permanent resident, right, and the I-130 case is approved, and that person abandons you, how can you go about without going to the police if you have not reported it? how can you go about to continue the process?
Well, there's no such thing as reporting I got abandoned by my spouse. The police could care less whether your spouse left you or not. It's not a crime to leave your spouse. What you're asking is, you know, and a lot of people ask this all the time, I thought I can file for a green card based on abandonment. No, there's no such thing as file for a green card based on abandonment. There's such a thing as file for a green card based on abuse. So if your spouse abused you and then subsequently abandoned you, well, the abandonment has nothing to do with the case. It was the abuse while you were living together. So if you're abused, you file a VAWA case. If your spouse just abandoned you and had nothing to do with abuse, well, you're just an unlucky person. You didn't get along with your spouse. So now you either find her and figure out how to live with her and get along, or get divorced and find another way. Or abuse, if there was abuse. But there's no such thing as abandonment.
Okay, so but abuse can come under many different cases, right? Like
abuse could be emotional abuse, extreme emotional abuse. Abuse could be physical abuse.
So verbal abuse
verbal abuse could be a component of extreme emotional abuse. It could be completely extreme emotional abuse depending on how habitual and bad it was. So I think in your particular case, if you're talking about yourself or your friend, whoever it may be, hold on one second, let's figure it out. Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.